Hey there, fellow Sagittarians. Thank you for tuning into my channel. This is a weekly entanglement reading for those who have Sagittarius as their sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. If you find this reading doesn't represent your situation, you can always check back in on my future readings to see if maybe your story comes up there. If you find this reading does resonate with you, or you just like the way I read, you can show your support by donating through the link in the description box below. If you can't afford to donate, you can also support this channel by liking and sharing my videos and hitting the subscribe to all button. All right, Sag. What are the messages that come up for you today? We have Five of Swords, the Devil, and the Queen of Rods. All right, so Queen of Rods can be a fire sign, one who is very creative, one who is also very attractive, very sensual, very attentive to other people's hopes, dreams, aspirations, as well as to their own. That this is coming up alongside the Devil and the Five of Swords, this is telling me that whoever the Queen of Wands is representing feels a little bit overwhelmed by somebody who wants things their way, or perhaps Queen of Wands, if that's who I'm talking to. You are very much a little bit set on having things the way it is you want them, and it's actually turning a little bit toxic, or it's giving you a feeling that you are overly confined by your own wants. That's what I'm getting initially. Let's see where this goes. So this is an entanglement reading. I am reading for two people, but there could be more people involved in the entanglement. This can be a love relationship. It can be a familial relationship, a friendship, a business partnership. More than two people can come up in the reading as extensions of the two people that I am reading for. Okay, let's take a look at person one. How are they showing up to this entanglement? The Tower, oh my God, right from the get-go. 10 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. What they have yet to realize, Queen of Swords and the Sun. A secret this person is conscious of and they are keeping is 2 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so this person's overall energy is that they're interested in working with somebody else. This could be community members, it could be somebody in their church, it could be somebody in their family. This is a coming together of multiple people in order to make a project happen, or for the betterment of a project or an endeavor. They are showing up as somebody who is not just letting go of some sort of an energetic burden, but they are blowing it up. Or this has been blown up for them. But what remains in the place of this burden is equal give and take. I think this is a good Tower. I think that somebody felt incredibly restricted, and once they let it go, they are now experiencing a much more balanced entanglement. Interesting. That's what I said earlier, right? Is that the Queen of Wands was perhaps wanting something their way, or was on the receiving end of somebody who was a little bit overbearing and needed things their way. And it was incredibly restrictive and toxic. Looks like this other person they're dealing with could be somebody in their community, but let's see. So what they are not aware of yet, because this is the subconscious position, influences how it is we're going to behave or how we are behaving. Queen of Swords and the Sun. This is somebody who is very hyper analytical, right? Can come across as critical, but it's because the Queen of Swords does not sugarcoat what it is she's saying. And she is very intelligent. And that, you know, in a sense can kind of put people off, because people don't always remember whether you're right, correct or not. They kind of remember how you make them feel. And the Queen of Swords really isn't interested in how she's going to make you feel. She's interested in, you know, discussing the facts of things. Queen of Swords, the Sun. Okay, so this person is coming to the realization. Ooh. Ooh. This person is coming to the realization that their other was holding on to something, holding back and holding on, and that, okay, let's go about it this way. Person one is slowly going to have a realization and perhaps even a discussion or something that they want to discuss. They want to be able to articulate something it is that they have discovered. And what they have discovered is their person was very much trapped in a very just mindset, but they were kind of hoarding their resources. That's interesting. So the King of Swords showing up here is the counterpart of the Queen of Swords. Because this person makes or brings about just decisions based solely on intellectual decision making. Again, no heart, right? No passion. That would be the King and Queen of Wands. Heart would be the King and Queen of Cups. Not a lot of care for, material comfortability. That would be the King and Queen of Wands. And the King of Swords has kind of been hoarding resources. But doing this because they've been stuck in a particular mindset. They've been blindfolded and they couldn't really see out of, they couldn't see the bigger picture. I feel very much that this person was carrying a burden, perhaps to do with money, and they blew it up and it caused a tower moment. And what grew in its place is equal give and take between the King and Queen of Swords. Okay, a secret that this person is keeping. Two of Pentacles. This is going back and forth, trying to figure out where to put your resources or what to further invest in. Oof. Nightmares, doing the work to manifest, becoming enlightened. This person had a relationship to money whereby they felt that they needed to provide way more than they did. And this became a huge burden on them. They blew it up. But they still don't know whether they want to invest in this or not. There's a victory here. This person maybe was wondering, like, why at the end of the month do I not have any surplus money to be able to invest in something else? Oh, because, I'm taking on more responsibility than I need to. And this Two of Pentacles to me is like, well, should I be doing this or shouldn't I be doing this? And where else would I put my money? And what else should I do? And why don't I have any money in my bank account to make these extra decisions about investing? So the Nine of Swords is the Nightmare card. The Three of Wands is doing the work, biding your time, waiting around for the results of a decision that you've made to happen. And the Hanged Man is it is becoming enlightened, but setting aside the time to do that, holding yourself in that position. The Hanged Man hangs himself upside down of his own doing. It's intentional. So this is an intentional becoming enlightened about what needs to be done concerning resources, and there's a lot of anxiety around this. It looks like there's been victory, but I don't know. Let's see what the energy of person 2 is. How is person 2 showing up to this entanglement? How is person 2 showing up to this entanglement? King of Cups. Wow. Six of Wands, the Hierophant. What this person has yet to realize, the World, the Empress, and a secret this person is keeping, the Four of Swords. Page of Wands on the bottom. This person is very excited in a very Christmas morning kind of way. they're not really talking about their emotions, but they feel a situation very deeply. They are very calm and patient and loving. They just don't necessarily express it in words. It's more likely that they will express it in other things, remembering anniversaries, things like that. They are feeling victorious in a commitment. Wow, that's lovely. What they have yet to realize is that a cycle of intense creation is beginning. The World and the Empress. The World speaks of cycles, and the Empress is somebody who is a creator. Let's see. Strength, Wounded Warrior, Knight of Swords. There was something that needed to happen that caused this person a lot of grief. I wouldn't hesitate to guess that this person has come into a new cycle where they can basically create a lot unencumbered, but they may not realize it yet because they're coming out of this wounded warrior energy, and it's taken them a lot of strength to do this. This says to me that this person has not caught up to the fact that they're no longer wounded. They're coming into a more productive energy, but they don't realize it yet. That hasn't become apparent to them. And the secret that they're keeping, this person is meditating and contemplating. A love connection. The Seeker, Page of Pentacles. They don't know how to proceed. They have met somebody who has made them look at life in a completely different way. This person may be single, abundant, good on their own, or this person two is feeling like they are single, abundant, and good on their own. I think that their self-perception is changing. And it has a lot to do with something that has come to them that they don't really know what to do with. We're going to take a look now at the quality of this bond. How these two people are coming to this bond. What kind of bond are these two people creating with one another? Strength, the Chariot, Judgment. This is, wow, full speed ahead. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay, so this is definitely a love union between these two. Fool at the bottom of the deck. Okay, both of these people are in. So these two people coming together is motivated by love. It's motivated by a very romantic kind of love. I'm feeling a lot of very soft emotions. I think person two is feeling a little bit more capable of taking this on. I really like this Seeker Lovers Nine of Pentacles energy, because this is somebody who is self-sufficient, can really rise to the occasion. And I think it's this ending of a cycle and a beginning of a new one where they're going to discover very good and powerful things about themselves in relation to this person. So how this is showing up, Strength, the Chariot, there's a certain amount of timing where things have to line up between these two, and then this will be a very strong union, and it will like seriously forge ahead. This could have been a reconciliation between the two with Judgment. Could have been the case that person one decided to reunite with her King of Swords, who he or she felt, was holding out on them. But I kind of feel this is something new. Somebody showing up in a King of Cups energy. But just so you know, for some of you, maybe it could be reconciliation. Let's look at the future of this connection. Where is this going? I'm just going to pull two cards here. Because I see Strength, Chariot, Judgment. I mean, those are major arcana cards. That's like big energy. Well, Knight of Cups and Eight of Swords. This is two people who can't see outside of each other. These are two people who are so smitten that they cannot see outside of each other. Five of Cups, Five of Coins, Three of Wands. Okay, remember when I said that this could be a reconciliation? It is not. It is not a reconciliation. Somebody is left out in the cold and somebody is working deliberately in order to do that. This is like a feeling of regret, but because the work is being put into this in order to leave this out in the cold, this is a cutting of losses to me. And I think it's this person. I feel that this person, person one, gave too much in a situation and really kind of feels, you know, why did I do that? Why did that happen? Why did I make that choice? All right, let's get some advice for the Watcher. And the Watcher could be a Sagittarius, like myself, or a Cross Watcher. Somebody perhaps in love with a Sagittarian. What's your advice for the viewer? What is the advice for the viewer? Six of Wands, Strength, the Hermit, and Temperance, Empress. I love it. Queen of Cups on the bottom. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you have a lot of love to give. You know you're perfectly fine on your own, as both of these people have figured out, so you could be either one, just based on that. But you're really taking an approach to this entanglement of being incredibly creative, being malleable in the sense that there's, I think, a lot of give and take. So there's patience, creativity, give and take. You're really like nurturing this from a proactive point of view. How this is going to show up, we have Six of Wands, which is victory, strength, and the Hermit. Okay, so to be victorious in this relationship, again, we come back to the Strength card that's mirrored here, but this victory is really gonna come down to how well it is you know yourself and how comfortable you are asking the bigger questions and about yourself, your place in the world, and how this person fits into what you see for your future, as well as how you want that influence on you as a person. So the Hermit is somebody who goes into seclusion and does a lot of self-reflection. The Hermit is a very independent, isolated, alone kind of energy. And that energy isn't necessarily single. That energy can coexist with another person, or even two or three person if you're involved in a polyamorous situation. But it's just the ability to really go into the conclusion on your own and ask the tough questions and do your best to come to them. That's where your strength is going to lie. You're going to draw a lot of strength either from the other person that you are in this entanglement with, but you're also going to be able to provide strength by making sure that you are okay with you. I think that's what I'm going to entitle this, because I think that's the message here. The message here is that victory is to be had in this relationship because you show up as somebody who is creative, somebody who is patient, somebody who knows what they want from the love connection, and they know how to give to a love connection. And that is going to happen because you have a very strong relationship with yourself. Okay, Saggy, that was a good reading. That's what I have for you today. If you enjoyed the reading, then like, share, and subscribe to all, or use the donation link below. Peace and gratitude from me to you, and take care.